That's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river, and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. You talk about this Seahawk defense. And this unit, very tough to throw against, currently second best in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, it'd easily move into the top 5.
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively. The Jets had 5 and 6 to start play. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On play action, they'll throw. That is caught. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That's good for 28 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll take this one down near the 15. They work now on 2nd and 9. Back to throw here. Flushed out right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nice throw by the rookie from Alabama. That's a 1st down.
That's a big conversion there on third down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss. 2nd and 1. Escapes the defender. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Seven 0 is our score. Ready for the dynamic kickoff as this one's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Fields on first down. And down he goes. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now they'll run. It's Ken Walker. 5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10. Well, this defense for the Jets, very strong in that victory a week ago. Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. On the return is Xavier Gibson. And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll. I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball. Forcing completion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation. This to Graham on the short pass. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 2nd quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going. Philip Dorsett holds it in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Back to the ground with Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there. Hall again on 2nd down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at about the 14. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from evening this one up. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Xavier Gibson now from his end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Third and 12. They'll look to throw. Dorsett making the catch. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now a play fake here on first down. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Trey Brown.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here we go. Green 19, judge that.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Play action. It's Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Fields changing the play. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Cooper Kupp as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. He'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. And he goes out right around the 39. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Hadn't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. Looking to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Kyle Hamilton running up from his safety spot and earning the sack.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, first down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on second down.
Back to throw, Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Boy, that was lockdown coverage there. He's scanning for someone to come open. But that was great work to blanket everyone. And in the end, he's just got to throw it away.
3rd and goal, and still a long way from the end zone. Now Fields. Man open left side is Brown. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Myers' kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now Hall to start the drive. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
Now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. They'll set up to throw. Flush to his right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Dancing to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
Now a first down throw, Fields. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Jermaine Johnson, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
On second down, it's Walker. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. A shotgun snap, Fields. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they've wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Fields. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Now a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. Flushed out right. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So potentially a turning point here in the 3rd quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, second guy in, tackle the ball.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
18 Cardinal. 19 Lions.
They'll drop to throw. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll run with Hall. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. They'll look to throw now on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And left side here, it's Graham. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and short. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Julian Love. He's got the first down and more than that. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle.
As more and more up-tempo football creeps into the NFL game, some coaches don't think time of possession matters anymore. I believe we found one of them.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. There'll be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And now an audible here into something else. Hall again on second down. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And Graham on the ground. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27. Straight ahead is Hall. And he is going to lose yardage here. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now back to throw. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 70 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And it's intercepted. He's on his way. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a jet touchdown. And now both of these defenses have something to brag about following this one, each with a pick 6 today.
They are even there, but we still have to decide a winner, don't we, partner? And what they really want to brag about after this one is getting that W. The turnovers are great. Can they make plays now that tilt the balance in their favor?
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as he'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll get in for the 2 points as that'll cut the lead down from 11 to 9. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
All eyes on Fields.
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Back to throw, Fields.
And this one is incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board.
2nd and 10. Here's Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Now Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown.